He's got blue buff. He can drain tank it for free. They might not get the Baron, but at least it forces the enemy team to come into like a 3v5 situation. And they do start it, but Nautilus actually tanking the Baron now.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that should be happening, especially since it's not taking.
Sivir doing disgusting damage to this Baron.
Yeah, that's a lot of.
And a really good Nami bubble on the high value targets.
Oh, that was close.
Yeah, that was close. They needed a ward over the wall to protect against that.
Yeah.
Fiddle just saves his
I'm
fear.
not sure if that was just like everybody freaking out when Sejuani came in and smite at the wrong time, or if they were just messing around there.
Alright, Sejuani went for the smite steal. It didn't work. It's fine. That doesn't even have to work like. If that works 20% of the time, it's worth doing. Because you're trading one kill for like a chance at plus 5 Baron buffs for your team, plus 300 gold for your team, and minus 300 gold for every player on the enemy team. So it was a good steal at times.
Oh, Nami gets picked up there, maybe a little bit too forward in her positioning. I'm not sure why Charles used that DQ, but we rolled with it. Holy moly, 150 CS ahead on this Sivir.
Yeah, that's pretty disgusting.
It's like two. I'm pretty sure it's 2 full items at this point.
150 CS times, say about 20 gold per CS, 3,000. I'd say it's one really big item. Like it's basically an eye edge or whatever difference in gold.
Well, you have to take into account. Yeah. Well, you have before the CS and then the kill lead also. It's like 4.
Oh yeah, with the kills, yeah, of course, they're just like dominating. But if you were just evaluating just the raw CS, even that would be one big item purchase worth of CS.
Which is huge in and of itself. So, blue team being pretty dominant here, taking objectives. So what do you think they're gonna do now? Are they gonna try to siege maybe?
Oh, of course, yeah. I mean, there's no other objectives on the map. Dragon's not for a while. There's nothing else for them really to do except to just pick a lane and then just 5-man siege it. Contain red team, let their rewards expire on the map, and then just take control of the jungle. By focusing on sieging one turret, even if you don't get it, by just containing the movements of the enemy team. Look at all these wards that red team has in their own jungle. Like all these wards will expire, and then if they put wards themselves up, then they will have successfully claimed this entire swath of jungle for themselves, and that will make taking future Barons and future Dragons much easier for them.
Yeah.
And that's assuming they don't even get the turret. And if they get the inhibitor or whatever, then that's just all the better.
Oh, Nami might be in a little bit of a sticky situation now. It seems like she's gonna be fine for now. And Fiddlesticks finally completing that Zanyas.
Fiddle getting the Zanyas. I think a distortion enchant would be like the next best thing for him to build, and then other than that, he should be pretty well set. I mean, that's really all Fiddlesticks needs to operate. And Weirdeer going in for the ultimate. This is not gonna end well. Or is it? Never mind.
I guess Fib didn't Zanyas in time. Unfortunately, Gumby's actually taking a lot of damage. Charlotte dealing a lot of damage. Dangy is actually taking a lot and dealing a lot, but it seems like he should be fine here. Oh my god, Asian Pop is actually going to go down.
And once Maokai's W is up, the Sejuani is. His question is whether or not Sejuani can get away before Maokai's W. Acceleration. Oh! That's so close.
Yeah, that was really close.
Yeah, so despite the Zanya's misplay, still clean 2 players up for blue team. Just no way that Sejuani can defend this inhibitor.
I mean, the fact that I don't understand the fact that they like. I think that Warrior's being a little antsy with his ultimate, and he's like going in and getting like half health. Like basically taking like half of his health and damage too early. I mean, it's good to initiate, but he didn't really get anybody with that initiating ult charm. Instead, just took a lot of damage.
Yeah, that was a little ambitious. They need to be a little bit more controlled, given that they're in a losing position.
Oh, that was a very, very bold word, I think, by Nami.
Blue team being repelled off of this dragon, although Fiddlesticks has ult, and a single Fiddlesticks ult on this squishy team composition, 3 nice squishy targets.
Plus the base.
He's going for it. Red team gets the dragon, but at what cost?
AC trade is actually gonna go down. Oh, nice! Oh.
That's gonna be a 3 for 0 plus inhibitor. Probably a top lane inhibitor, if not the game.
That might be the game actually, I think.
Yeah.
There's like 40 seconds on Shyvana and Jinx here.
We're very aware of the fact that such a big wave had stacked up on top lane. Tried to clear it out as much as he safely could, but Dangy and Dumby taking out a Nexus turret. Oh, no, not quite. Yeah, they should finish off this turret. Does not look like they're going to be able to close out the game, but with the Nexus turret down and 2 inhibitors down,
that's pretty rough.
it's going to be really hard for Red Team to come back from this. 2 Nexus turrets more than twice as strong as 1 Nexus turret. A single lane of super minions is not that threatening against against two Nexus turrets. I mean, you have to react to it, but having only a single Nexus turret to defend against 2 lanes of super minions is incredibly restricting.
Yeah,
Baron coming up in 20 seconds. There's going to be no way that Purple should even entertain the idea of contesting it. Fiddle can tank the Baron for free, and they'll lose their base if they even try. At this point, they had to give up the Baron and then just hope that blue team throws in their base. Which, I mean, it could realistically happen. I mean, blue team's made enough mistakes. I mean, even this Baron attempt is a mistake. They're Baroning without their Fiddlesticks, because they're smite and tank. So you see how much damage Charles took. Fiddle would be at 100%. Instead, now their mid laners at 50% health. Like, blue team will misplay if you let them. Like, but contesting this Baron would just be the nail in the coffin for purple team, I think. This is not the place to try to capitalize on a misplay.
Nice attempt at stealing the Baron with Jinx ultimate, but unfortunately not.
Jinx ultimate, red team MVP.
That's pretty much gonna be the name of this game, dude. If I would have stolen the Baron, it would have been literally like the MVP play. Or plays. But at this point, I really don't think there's much that the purple team can do, because, or the red team can do. Since it's super minions and it's Baroned up super minions.
A good pick on Fiddle or Jace, but no, this turret's going down. Those are gonna be it right here.
Watching taking a lot of damage. Wow.
And red team being pretty much completely cleaned up here. And that'll be the Nexus. Weird Ear going down for one last attempt at picking off the Sivir. Did not work. But it was a good try.
Definitely very ambitious with those initiations, and unfortunately not working out for them.
Yeah, Sivir just crushing the damage meters. Oh, okay.
I was surprised Jinx didn't even like do half of that damage. Holy moly. It was definitely one spectacle. It was much more one-sided than I thought it would be.
That lane matchup specifically was. They just needed more awareness of the disadvantage that they were in. Because I think if Sivir didn't spiral out of control there, I think that they probably would have won that game. Um, it was very difficult for Weirdo to get picks, but that's only because he was on the losing team. It's always harder to do things on the losing team. Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how good you are. Like, if if the enemy team is just tankier than your team and they have more global gold than you, there's just not a lot you can be expected to do. I mean, it's anybody looks like a genius when they're playing on the winning team. And so I think if they had plugged that leak, then possibly Weirder could have leveraged his skill to carry his team, kind of like how he did last game, the prior game.
Yeah.
But I mean,
There were obvious weakness. Fib was getting picked off all the
yeah.
time.
Oh yeah, for sure. There were plenty of opportunities. But you have to capitalize on the opportunities that are presented to you without giving up too many of your own.
Yeah.
And so, are we waiting for the next game, or what's
Yeah,
happening with
I
that?
think we're doing losers finals and then finals.
Okay. How is winners finals work? Is that going to be like a has to win 2 out of 3, or
I'm not quite
loser
sure.
has to win 2 out of 3?
I think it's best of three once they get to finals. I could be wrong.
Okay.
Let me ask. Okay, yeah, so it's best of three and finals.
Just a single best of 3? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Fib was Jonah, just so you know.
Oh yeah, I know. Plays at Baggins.
Ripperonis, man. I'm talking to him and telling him, dude,
Boy.
Zanias, please,
Oh.
Zanias. So, do it for the grill. That's a team name, okay. Okay, so while semifinals for losers goes on, we can take a break.
Okay.
So it'll be because they're just about 15 minutes in, so it might be like 20 more minutes.
All right.
I'll be back. I'm gonna go get water. All right. I wonder how long
Hello.
they're going. Hello. I wonder how long they're gonna take. Let's see how long they are in. Who is? There are 24 minutes now. Let me spectate this game to see how they're doing.
And so is the next round? The next round's winners finals, right?
The next round should be losers finals.
Oh,
'Cause
losers
winners
finals.
finals is.
Yeah. Okay, let me change that.
Go ahead. Let me see how they're doing. Maybe it's super one-sided, maybe it isn't. So, I think they've invited me now. They'll invite you too, I think. I actually don't know anybody on this team except for actually I know Yubikio's turn. I have no idea.
Oh, tell Ubiquitous turn up to reinvite me. Sorry.
I'll tell them.
I didn't realize that was for
Just brushed it off. Or re-invite.
I got it.
Done. Right, there we go. So.
Oh, okay. We have the perfect plan. We'll do the throwdown on champion select. This will be top tier production. All right, we're ready. since Kyle was complaining about the lack of music.
Lack music. Dude, the new what do you have to do to get that rainbow kappa? I have no idea.
Kappa Pride.
Kappa pride or what the
Yeah,
heck?
one word, pride capitalized.
Goddamn girl gamers. Interesting. Who do you think is gonna win this game? Do you know? Do you know
I
anybody for these?
I would suspect that we're gonna see the blue team win this game, based purely off of just um average rating. But no, I don't know anybody from the other team.
Yeah, I have no idea. I've seen Ubiquitous Turnip sometimes. Invited me to play, but no, not especially informed on who's any player specific champion pool, except for maybe Asian problems and Wordier.
This
But
guy's
that's
in
on the
this guy's in Nuni's Outriders, so I'll give him that.
other.
If I had to choose a winner based purely off of the name of the league that they're in, I would have to go and give the edge to Nunu's Outriders.
I mean, that's cool. I don't know. There's nothing with Sever in this. in
Oh,
this.
there's no Sivers.
I can't decide, man. Grill. I don't even know who the grill is. Is it a new grill? Is it a clean, ready for barbecue? What do you think? Have you seen, by the way, Tom Kench, whatever his name is, Tam Kench, the River King, the new champion?
Oh yeah.
I think it's pretty. I think it's pretty interesting.
Yeah, they've done some pretty impressive champion designs over the last like year or so. They've really tried to make sure that like if they're only gonna release a champion like once every 2 months or so, that they make the releases count.
Gay Kappa, what the heck is the chat? That's Jonah. Oh man, that's too funny. Whew. Are they still trying to advertise? I'm not even sure why they're doing that. It's weird. Is that like a bot that does that or something?
It's just one really determined guy with 80 Twitch accounts just really, really wants to. I don't
Um,
even. It's safe to say it's probably a bot.
I don't know, man. There's some pretty dedicated people. I don't know if they paid me enough, I would do that all day, man. I don't even care if they ban me. Alright, but we'll take a look at these people. Let's see. Okay, so Ubiquitous Turnip. Playing the Jana Morgana. Mundo. Has been playing oh, it doesn't even say custom games don't appear on the match history anymore, right? What's strange? I can't see anybody's custom games. I'm not sure what we're waiting for. Can you pay me to do something? I don't know. What do you want me to do, Genoblade X? What do you want me to do? I mean, what do you want Levi to do? Although Levi would be pretty expensive, right? I believe there are so many people in UTSA that I don't know. I thought I knew a bunch of them, but I guess not.
A lot of people are freshmen.
Oh, what'd you say?
A lot of people are
I,
freshmen.
oh, that's true. Man, I haven't actually been to the latest two freshman orientations because I've been out of town. So also that's why I can't stream.
Oh, I see.
Sad boys. But it's all good. Alex is back.
And we're in
Alright.
champion select. Oh wait, hold on. Production values. Production
Production.
values. Oh shit. Oh, I shouldn't say that. Oh man.
I can't believe.
The Sivir ban.
Can't believe you just did that. Anyways, the Silver band coming out, as well as the Zindra against Wordier, I believe. Silver against
Yeah,
Lady Carry.
they did not make the mistake of giving Weirder the Syndra.
Yeah. They
Although
did not
honestly,
make-
his Ari play was fine. He was just in a very, very difficult position. He was getting lots of picks as Ari anyway.
Sejuani banned right away. I'm not sure why. Oh, and Gragas. That just leaves up one high priority jungler, which is going to be Rek'Sai. But maybe they're going to go for something else, like Nautilus support, maybe, or jungle. I don't know. That's interesting. A jungle Nautilus. could
Jungle
be-
Nautilus is very, very vulnerable.
Yeah. I'm not sure if that was the best first pick, though. I guess it's pretty ambiguous as to where it can go. But we'll see what they go for. Purple team not showing their hand though, and taking away the Jinx from Asian Problems and the Morgana, possibly from Merrimack. But he hasn't shown that he's played Morgana so far. So maybe just a good support to peel for the Jinx and give her that black shield.
Oh yeah, Morgana's great. Morgana's a great pick against Nautilus too. That's
Yeah.
a Nautilus ults, Morgana spell shields it. Has plenty of time to set it up.
So we'll see what else comes out of the blue team's playbook. As they hover up the Teemo, please.
I think the Teemo may be a troll pick.
Teemo Riot, boys. That's where we are at. So, looking at this game, are we maybe going to see something, some late game scaling champions from the blue team, or are they just gonna go for those really team fight based and pick oriented champions that have been going for like?
I think blue team should focus on winning the game early-ish. I think their solo lanes have been doing the most work for them, and so generally speaking, as the game goes on, you're investing more in the AD carry, and frankly, have been getting kind of destroyed. But I mean,
Kind of.
yeah, but I mean, to her credit, she's also had two of the probably hardest lane matchups she probably could have had.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
but I mean, if you want your solo lanes to carry, you're typically looking to close out games sooner rather than later.
That is completely true. And the Draven picked up. I'm not sure if that's the best idea, considering what we just talked about.
Draven's fine. Like,
I mean,
all AD carries. The Heimerdinger pick.
the Heimerdinger pick.
Like,
Holy
the purple team had like a pretty solid Morgana Jinx, and then has opted for Olaf Heimerdinger. I don't know if that's a jungle or a solo lane Olaf, but that escalated quickly. Oh man.
I actually think. What do you think the Heimerdinger is going? Do you think it's mid Heimerdinger?
I would assume.
Because they banned a Syndra, so that might be the counter that they wanted to get out of the way.
Yeah. It's really interesting. Heimerdinger will win his lane against almost anything. The reason that he's not picked very often is because he's very susceptible to jungle ganks, and maybe purple team has observed that their jungler is, yeah, so it looks like it's going to be a top lane Heimerdinger.
So it's gonna be a.
Oh, a jungle Heimerdinger. I was gonna say that too, but I was. Oh, okay, no. Yeah, because the first time Heimerdinger saw competitive play was actually in the jungle, and but yeah. So the thing about Heimerdinger is that on left to his own devices, he will win his lane against almost anything. The problem is that he is very susceptible to ganks. But if they decide maybe the blue team junglers, you know, maybe not the best at capitalizing on that, then a champion like Heimerdinger I think is a really like actually pretty smart pick if it is reactive.
I haven't seen. Um, I haven't seen Draven played in a long time. Jungle Nautilus, obviously, we saw this in a few games.
Draven's still great. You
I
just
guess
have to make sure you cash in on the passive.
Yeah, that's gonna be a little bit difficult, though. I think. I mean, against the Jinx, that's fine. I guess depends on whether. Do you think that the Nautilus will focus on the bottom lane this time? Because I feel like he can't do that because of the Morgana, right?
I think he has to focus on. I honestly I think all three options are viable. None of them are that great, except maybe punishing the Heimerdinger. But all three are viable. I mean, Morgana has Spell Shield, but he can only Spell Shield one person. If the other person is eating like a Nautilus ultimate into a Leona ultimate, whichever one Morgana doesn't ult is probably gonna die. And cashing in Draven stacks it's really important. Like
Yeah.
to play Draven effectively, you really have to be getting kills off of your passive. A lot of his power budget is invested in that.
Yeah. So what happens if he doesn't get kills? Is it just gonna be irrelevant?
Falls off. I mean, as irrelevant as most AD carries typically tend to be, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm of a school of thinking that AD carry is not a role that should be played by most people. Like unconventional two-person lanes would probably be more successful for all but a very small percentage of players because they've had to balance AD carries around people that just have like absolutely unreal mechanics to stop AD carries from just being like just disgustingly good. So even then you see a lot of like double AD carry compositions in the LCS. And so because they had to balance it around mechanics that are frankly just unattainable to the large majority of players are playing champions that are weakened specifically for people that aren't them and would be better served playing a different champion and unconventional team compositions. But that's a tangent I can justify at some other point if anybody's really interested.
Everybody's gonna be like, justify or riot or something. Oh my god. Gino Blade, I have no idea why you keep posting those
Oh,
things.
oops. Oh. I just banned Abel.
Unban him.
I
and
did.
Time him out. Time him out. It's time to time out, boys.
I wasn't even reading. It's just like there's a wall of
wall of
advertisement. Yes.
But Abel. That's too funny. I feel like this is gonna be a really interesting game for Olaf because I feel like he should be able to get through all that CC and maybe go for that Draven.
I think like
especially with that ultimate.
I think this is going to be one of the more interesting games, early games that we've had.
Yeah. Definitely, we'll see if Nautilus can put at least some early pressure, if not at level 6.
Oh yeah, Nautilus. The thing about Nautilus is even though his ultimate's like a really amazing ganking tool, his pre-6 ganks are just as good.
Yeah, especially with that passive that he has. It's pretty. I think it's pretty strong, pretty OP actually.
Being able to chain his abilities together, where you're hooking and then. See, this is the thing: is that when people play champions like Nautilus, a lot of times they're very inefficient in their ability usage. Like they'll hook someone and just like immediately auto attack. But there's actually like a brief period where they're still like I don't know if you call it stunned, even though it is kind of like a micro stun, but they're still unable to move. And then if you wait that like extra fraction of a second and then auto attack, you like maximize your CC on a single target. And high level players are really good about chaining their abilities together. And it adds up, you know. I mean, that could easily be the difference between 2 auto attacks hitting somebody, and that could make all the difference.
Yeah, definitely. I've seen a lot of high-level players play Nautilus, but more in the support role, not really in the jungle role.
Yeah, the thing about jungle Nautilus is clear's not that great. He's very susceptible to counter jungling. especially from an Olaf. I would love to see Olaf like take charge of the jungle here and just invade the crap out of the Nautilus. I think it would be a great way of punishing that champion selection. He's got the perfect champion to do it. We have not seen really any interactive jungle play today.
Very reserved.
Yeah, like it seems like a lot of the junglers that we've been watching so far today have been really inexperienced, and so they're a lot more timid when it comes to making plays like that. But I think if ever there was a time to do it, it's now. Like I would love to see some aggressive play out of the Olaf.
Yeah, and we see a early level 1 invade here towards the bottom side of the blue jungle.
Yeah, great CC out of red team to do that. Morgana buying into Anivia. It's Q, right? It's like the snowball.
Let's see what they can do here. Oh, a nice bind landing onto Morgana. Wow, that was really cheeky.
You need the Leona flash, and we have a pause. Getting the Leona flash is pretty good. So now you got the Leona flash, and so from his perspective, if he wants to punish that, then the best way to do it would be to start somewhere along his red side jungle, so that when he clears both of his buffs, he's close to bot lane. See, if he gets the Leona flash and then he starts blue, then he continues his jungle route to the upper side of the map, and then by the time he ever finds a way back into bot lane, Leona's going to have his flash back up again. So to really punish that, you would have to kind of contort your jungle route around that. And so we can see, and he might not care. It's not like he has to do that. Maybe he doesn't care. Maybe the fact that Leona loses his flash is just enough of an advantage for his laners that he's happy to just let the lane just play out as it will. Like, he doesn't have to take advantage of that, but if he wanted to, that would be the way to do it.
Are we maybe looking at an invade from Olaf to maybe steal a camp or steal a buff from the Olaf or something like that? Could he do that?
Are you talking about Nautilus or Olaf?
Olaf invading.
Oh yeah, Olaf can invade anywhere, at any point. Nautilus is just not able to stand toe-to-toe with that champion. Nautilus can't really stand toe-to-toe with anybody. That's why he's not really played in the jungle very often. If he was just allowed to be in his own little private island and just farm up and then just gank at his leisure, then the Nautilus would be a great jungler. He'd be great. He has everything you'd want in a jungler. Low reliance on high income, great CC, great ganks. He has all the traits that make a good jungler, except for his susceptibility to invades. Oh my god, we have to do the sound effect thing again.
Is it really?
There we go. I don't know what it is, but I find a way whenever the game gets paused to have like the most annoying sound effect on the screen. In this case, it was like the Draven spinning axe.
That sucks.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Pool party Draven and pool party Leona. I'm not sure if they went for a thematic approach there in the bottom lane, but kudos if they did. Alright, so are we gonna see a? Do you think we're gonna see a level 1 maybe Krug intake from Merrimack and Asian Problems, or are they just gonna play really super safe?
They haven't done that before, so I don't think so. I don't know how good it is given the change to resets, but they haven't done it in previous games.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good. I've seen a lot of players do it, and it still gives you a significant advantage because you only lose like 1 CS, if even that.
Oh yeah. Obviously, if you can.
Now, whether or not Leona got W is another question, because W is just really good for to tank those things, the Krugs.
Looks like we got the Scion back.
Awesome. Seems like we're gonna get into game in just a few.
The other advantage to
to Olaf invading the Nautilus is that if they have vision of where Nautilus is, then Heimerdinger can get away with playing a lot more aggressive than he would otherwise. And Heimer's starting a camp here. Looks like he's starting the wolf camp.
Yeah.
Which is good. Oh my god, you have a lot of audio feedback, by the way, from your fan.
Oh, shit. I might have to mute myself for a bit.
Oh, we get our sound effects back. After we lose the sound of Jean's fan. Alright, we're good. And so yeah, they decided not to start Krugs. Everything are teleporting in the lane at level 2. Already pretty far ahead. That's so quiet now. So awkward. That's alright, I'll make do.
Be a man.
Yeah, I believe in myself. So Olaf doing a standard clear. I'm really disappointed because I think a champion like Olaf, oh god, he might actually die to his raptors. Awkward. Nobody saw that. We're all focused on bottom lane. Okay, maybe invading is a little ambitious if you can't control your own jungle, but go back up to top lane here. Heimerdinger just not holding anything back, shoving as hard as he can. And again, oh man, this bot lane is still back a little bit. Gotta get the kill. Hey, Agent Problem's missing an auto attack there, and then getting the heal bait. That was really well played. Yeah, Agent Problem's missing like 2 auto attacks on the Jinx there that easily could have made the difference. And like that lane kill. And Nautilus, oh wow.
Did they really pause a tap Totem? Oh my god.
Oh, Nautilus is dead. There's no way.
Yeah.
Nautilus is, maybe. I don't know, we'll have to see.
He doesn't have any summoners. He doesn't have any summoners though.
That's true, yeah. When if Nautilus can get to this bush, then he's fine.
Yeah. That's risky. Asian Problems is in a little bit of trouble too. You should be able to fall back here.
The question is whether or
he
not
turned
Morgana.
around.
Yeah, that was. So the cooldown on Morgana's Q, and that's it. Double bust on Morgana. Oh man, I
don't think.
I don't know. Like they just keep making the same mistakes. Honestly, like the blue team's bot lane is just like it just feels like it's always a struggle, and the jungler just keeps putting attention on it, and I don't understand why.
I'm just not sure it should be. That's where we should be focusing.
It's unfortunate that the Morgana took the double bust though, because Jinx can scale pretty hard in lane with those. Now that lane death was actually kind of unfortunate. That easily could have gone the other way. I think there was a couple of mechanical mistakes, but then again that kind of harkens back to the idea that, you know,
yeah, different skill levels.
80 carries are not meant to be
played
by everybody.
Yeah, it's very difficult.
And I don't want to sound like I'm ragging on anyone too hard. I can't play AD carry, like.
We know, Levi. You play point and click champions.
Yes, exactly.
Everybody knows about your Nunu, man. The god. Anyways, coming back into this game, I feel like really Heimerdinger is not getting punished at all for being that far up. Like.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, Nautilus went bot and died. I mean, like, This is it's about evaluating your lanes for gank ability. That's the name of the game.
Oh.
Wow, that blind would have been.
That was close.
That blind would have been death.
Yeah, probably. I really like the Jinx Morgana because of the Chompers follow-up to her Q.
Oh yeah, definitely. But those are the first two picks. I thought they were really synergistic. And having red buff on your support is actually better than having it on the AD carry. Even though I think the double buffs with the blue buff, it would still be better on Jinx. But having the red buff on the champion that can focus on purely harassing instead of having the last hit is actually quite nice. If you had to choose between which one or which person to have red buff on, then having it on the Morgana is definitely better.
Oh, that's combining hit.
Yeah, you're taking a lot of harass there.
Seems like ubiquitous turnips just keep harassing.
Yeah, these trades are just not going their way. Now Leona's gonna take a lot of damage. No, Leona's just dead.
Sad part is that
And
pretty much ignore Leona at this point.
Yep, I mean, yeah, I don't know what else I can say that hasn't already been said. I mean,
Oh, and Olaf didn't even get an assist, I believe. I'm going down, unfortunately.
Sion ulting back to lane.
Seems like Olaf's trying hard to make this gank work.
Now that execute was a pretty big deal, because now I think that if Olaf tries to invade, he's going to be too underleveled, not relative to the Nautilus, but underleveled to the mid laners. Like, even though he's about to... See, now he's 2 levels under the Ahri, who's collapsing with ult available.
Yeah.
And so it's so much more dangerous than it would have been if he had kept up on farm at this point in the game. But he recognizes that. Nivea dying, but yeah, the egg is... Ahri didn't have to use a flash there though, so it's still worth popping the cooldown on the Nivea egg. If Ahri had flashed, it probably would not have been worth.
Was Ignite worth it? I don't know. Could she have gone in with maybe 2 charges of ult and then falling back?
Oh, there was no way that she was gonna kill the egg. She shouldn't have tried. That was as good as...
I meant like, instead of saving the Ignite and just using like her...
Oh, I mean maybe. The Ignite isn't as big of a deal though, because the fact that she can now flash Charm at any point means that Anivia is going to be zoned pretty heavily for, I mean, pretty much the remainder of her flash cooldown, or at least her egg cooldown, although they're almost exactly the same.
Wow, Heimerdinger is actually like 2 levels ahead of Nautilus and just chunked in quite a bit.
Yeah, I would love to see Nautilus focus on farming, get to 6, and then come into mid lane.
That actually would be a great path.
Yeah, just focus on Werdir, who's been really, really strong in both games, even the one that they lost, and take advantage of the fact that Anivia is down both her flash and her egg. That is a highly gankable target.
Yeah, definitely. Heimerdinger now in the top lane, out of mana. Should have a little
Heimerdinger running out of mana, actually. I see back. Oh, no, he's backed once. Yeah, he has Chalice. He's still running out of mana. Sion holding himself in lane quite well against what is, I mean, traditionally a matchup that's slanted in Heimer's favor. He feels no pain. And this is just gonna be all kinds of trouble for their bot lane.
Merrimack unfortunately going down really
Oh wow, and then yeah.
Holy
Asian
moly.
problems getting picked off there, kind of running in for no reason. That's gonna be Dragon. Even though Olaf is completely low, but those players in bot lane doesn't really matter.
There's really nothing they can do. Nautilus can't contest that.
Oh wow, that was a lot of rockets. That was the sweet smell of science, I guess.
So Morgana's just gonna fall back here. Oh, she might be a little bit out of position. Do you have recalled? I don't know.
Yeah. Unfortunate. Very unfortunate.
I'm not sure you should have recalled right there in the first place.
No,
These,
no. That's okay.
Dangerous places to recall. Oh, that time missed, unfortunately. Unfortunately, the teleport.
Yeah,
Ow.
the teleport pickup was good.
Oh,
Really good.
That
That Scion ult was awesome.
Yeah.
Nerdinger gonna go down here.
Wow, that was a great Scion ultimate. Holy moly.
Moves and counter moves.
Yeah.
The Hyra teleport answered with the Olaf ultimate, or the Scion ultimate. And Scion ultimate was all she wrote.
Yeah, even we don't have Echo in this game, but Scion thinking multiple seconds ahead. So, moving on. Into the top.
Alright,
Did he keep? No, he just walked into all the way top lane.
They even have a pink ward in that bottom bush, so Morgana can stay in the bush and just zone them out. That's really brutal to deal with for the blue team bot lane. And they say the definition of insanity. Let's see. Okay. They opt not to go hard on it. That's fine. Getting control of the bush back. That's good. They didn't go too aggressive there.
Step 1, get control of the bush. Step 2. What's step 2? Not even come down. Oh. So, Anivia and Ward are actually relatively even to it here, so the farmer usually. Oh, actually, in bottom lane, he's taking a lot of damage, and all Leona can do.
Man, those Chompers Morgana binds are just so difficult to deal with. Really good body block by And then while all of that is happening, Olaf ganking top. Leona survives in bot lane. Where'd your soul is the Anivia? This egg is going to be an omelet shortly.
Actually, maybe
Oh,
not.
maybe not, yeah.
Oh my
An
goodness.
omelet of death. No.
That was a really good rotation from the Olaf to answer that kill because Anivia was sure of the dead anyways. And Anivia doing a lot of damage. Holy moly. Oh, Nautilus is here.
Nautilus and Morgana. Morgana getting really deep wards down, pretty fearlessly.
Oh, and Nautilus is in a little bit of a pinch here.
Morgana is gonna... Morgana playing with fire there, she just has no concerns.
Yeah, reminds me of Pib now.
No bothers. Well, I mean, I guess they can see the Draven, and they assume the Ahri is in base, so not really that risky, but it looks very impressive. It's certainly very aggressive. And now Olaf's mana issues in the jungle becoming pretty pronounced here.
Yeah.
Which is weird because, I mean, presumably he's going to pass the buff over to the Anivia. I think that's a mistake.
I mean, if you take a look at the CS differences, it's once again that rough state where there's a CS lead in the bottom lane for the enemy team of the blue team.
I find a lot of these players just don't respect the constraint of mana very well.
Oh, is that gonna be an orange Ahri? It seems like she does understand that. Can she get
Pretty good combo. Anivia choosing to flash there before getting Nautilus ulted, even though probably wasn't anticipating the Morgana Black Shield, because Anivia was fine there, but if Morgana hadn't shielded in there, he could have been Nautilus ulted. But yeah, I find these players, a lot of these players just don't like respect the value of mana. And Olaf runs himself completely own jungling.
Or Leona. I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah,
sure
Leona
which
getting
there.
picked off.
Oh, goodness. That was just disrespecting the amount of CC that they have. Oh,
The face check happened. Yeah.
Oh, that's rough. And Asian Collins goes down really, really fast. And here goes another binding. That Nautilus is not gonna
That
have any-
Anivia wall was really, really good. That was a great wall.
Yeah.
That was like in the perfect location to just like wedge in the Nautilus. And Dragon's on respawn pretty freely going over to the Hurricane.
Warrior getting
getting
enough.
pick up on the Anivia.
Fortunately, not quite there yet. Can't do much. And Heimerdinger still pushing in the top lane here. Are they gonna collapse on him? It seems like they're thinking about it.
That seems like an over response. Yeah, sending 3 people over to the Heimer would have been a little excessive.
Yeah. Especially since he's just
Such an annoying champion. I mean, just doing nothing except shoving in the lane and.
Oh, Big Cube Sternit's actually getting a little taste of. Oh my goodness. Of what she. Yeah, that was a little bit aggressive to go and face check those. That bush right there, and it seems like Warrior punished him pretty well. Can they get some damage onto this mid turret? Is the questions. And Nivea's coming in towards the mid lane, so they might not be able to take it down. And Olaf is approaching from the side as well. Well,
Jinx just free farming in the bot lane too. There is a large wave that's going to make its way to the turret. And she's going to try to... I was gonna see if they were gonna try to fight in the jungle, but neither side seemed interested. Although Leona's thinking about it, decided better of it.
yeah. I am not doing too shabby.
Yeah, Sion's taking almost no damage from this Heimerdinger. Heimerdinger just ulted there and it for wave clear. I mean, this is kind of the opposite of what you would expect that matchup to go.
Yeah, definitely. Seems like not working out in Heimerdinger's favor.
I mean, once again, we find that blue team is really leaning on their solos here because Sion's doing an excellent job. I mean, not only is Sion holding his own in lane, completely even in CS, but he's had his presence felt in mid lane, and he's ulted mid twice to reasonable success. And he gave up nothing in terms of relative advantage to do it. You know, he didn't give up any farm in his lane. His turret is still up. You know, it was just really clean rotations that are helping keep them in this game.
I'm just not quite sure what why there's so much pressure on the bottom side.
It's just a skill discrepancy. Honestly, it's skill discrepancy, and they just refuse to acknowledge it. I don't know.
Oh, there we go. Actually, Nautilus coming into the bottom side. Finally.
Oh, Weirdeer with the itchy charm finger.
But Weirdeer is gonna take that kill. And
Yeah,
Nautilus
the skill shots don't really matter there, but I mean,
getting away by the skin of his teeth. Nice.
now they're down the Heimer here, so this fight is not gonna go. And Ariq hitting both of them. Kiss of death onto the Olaf, followed by F.
Wow, Weirdeer. 6-1 and 2.
Yeah, it's starting to fight down the Heimerdinger.
Oh.
All these games are the same. Every game is exactly the same. Jinx ult is a thing. It goes across the map and then it explodes. That's what it does.
I'm not sure anybody's respecting it quite as much as they should, but seems like So far, it's doing pretty well. That wall would have been crucial if placed a little bit.
Yeah, those choppers could have been the end of Scion there.
Yeah.
People just using their abilities a little too anxiously.
Oh, you picked your servant. What are you doing over there? Holy moly. Oh,
Wow, that was a really good Leon ult.
Yeah. And a non-too shabby Resident Ultimate as well. But
Blue
overall...
team playing cleanup in these team fights despite...
Oh, a nice flash hook from Nautilus. Are they going to be able to get this timer in? It seems like they're going to give the kill to Warrior. Nope. It's like
It's been a really one-sided bot lane.
Oh wow, that's turning around.
Oh, that turned... They changed this a little too far. Nautilus goes down, Leona goes down.
I mean, I think Warrior shouldn't have backed off after his Q. He probably thought it would hit, and that was not to be. So, still though, the red team has
Red team
has
up 6,000 gold and 2 dragons, but I mean, gold doesn't win the game. You know, this isn't Monopoly. The person with the most money doesn't necessarily win. If they keep getting outplayed in these team fights, the gold discrepancy is just not going to matter.
That's definitely one good point to make there. So they're gonna go for dragons. So dragons help in the game. And, they're doing it right now. Are they gonna be able to do anything about this? I don't think so. Maybe if Scion can get a good CP. I don't think so. I think they might be happy. Oh, Leona getting caught out. That's a little bit unfortunate. Is she gonna be able to go down? Yes. Yeah, there she goes down. And
Jinx now 7-0-4.
And 110 CS.
The Jinx has a kill participation out of bot lane of 11 of the 13 kills on red team.
Oh, not all things are getting caught. They're right in the gun. It was great, but
misses the anchor onto the turret.
A great jumper there from Jinx. Even to go anywhere else, it seems like he's just trying to get some damage onto the turret. And that big turret.
Blue team just getting picked off like crazy.
That's definitely not good. I'm not even sure why Leona overextended that far.
Yeah, I mean,
really...
there's definitely something to be said of the bot lane being a participant in 12 out of 14 kills in the first 23 minutes. Usually those are the types of numbers you would expect out of a mid lane or a jungler. And blue team just...
Oh, actually, Warrior trying to make a play here. No, he's just gonna go in.
Yeah, he could if he dashed again, he was dead there. But they just like keep. They just have very high amounts of curiosity. They like to check things.
Yeah, this is something I tell the UTS 18 players. If you know you're not gonna get an objective, you don't need to stay and watch it go down.
Yeah.
It's not.
We're getting the mid lane turret here.
Yeah, that's actually pretty good. They're gonna get a little bit of gold in the front. Not
Morgana losing like half of her health to the single Ahri combo. Ahri doing all kinds of crazy damage.
Yeah, but unfortunately it doesn't seem to be enough so far. Unless they're able to initiate on.
Oh, I disagree. I think Ahri has been the Ahri and the Scion have been what's winning in these team fights despite the disadvantage.
Oh yeah, definitely has been, but
Nautilus.
Yeah,
okay, good. Yeah, Nautilus getting his ult off before he died. That was good.
Oh, Megan actually throwing Ahri away, and seems like the purple team is going to continue. Maybe at the turret.
This turret, yeah, pushing way too far into the turret.
But Jinx is going crazy now. She is doing quite a bit of damage.
She is excited.
Asian problems just a nice E, but there's really almost no damage to follow that up.
Jinx rushed QSS, by the way, extremely early for a defensive item. Like, usually you see people get greedy and build their defensive item after, like, Last Whisper or something. But she is intent on, keeping that streak alive and not dying to an RA charm.
I definitely recognize
Leona
that
stun.
she is doing a lot of damage, if not the most damage on the team. So it needs to be careful. And we also see Ari gunning for those carries, Anivia Jinx, so might not be too bad of a pickup, although I would rather see a Last Whisper before that comes in. But that's just my personal opinion.
I think the purchase is fine. She thinks she's doing enough damage and she doesn't want to die. Because that's how red team loses from this point. Like, sure, you know, Jinx is doing like 20% less damage or whatever, but that's okay as long as she doesn't die. Red team is making a Baron push. It's something else I really love about Heimerdinger is really great at doing Baron.
Yeah, they're definitely
One of the best champions at contesting Baron.
going to. The Baron's relatively low to 2,000 health, but
Oh, they
go,
took
they
a lot of damage, and now
she's doing a lot of damage.
Obviously can clean up a
That was
little bit,
close,
but
they
Weirdeer
pulled them
really
away from
yeah,
Baron, which is
Weirdeer was
good.
really gun shy to follow through there. Oh, and
Draven's
Asian
still
Pulse
bottom
getting
lane. That's actually not that bad.
no, it's not. Asian Pulse getting a
Is he?
turret.
Yeah,
So
if
that
they
was-
stay here.
That was a good trade for blue team. They got a turret. They pushed them off the Baron. Yeah, that was good.
That was actually a very risky call from the red team.
It was. But I mean, it's fine. That was probably as bad as it could have gone, and even that wasn't that bad, so. Just because plays don't work doesn't necessarily make them bad.
Yeah. And so, where are you getting that blue buff, that all necessary blue buff for him to spam spells and keep dealing that game-changing damage. And Dragon up in about 15 seconds here. So, we'll see if the...
And yeah, you can see the difference in the mid lane too, because Weirdeer 12 out of the 13 kills on blue team. Just individual players that are just like honestly significantly far ahead of their respective opponents.
Well, it seems like the blue team's actually gonna be able to zone them out. Wow.
This dragon pickup would be really big for blue team.
Oh, they're
That
right
was-
back there, and I'm thinking it.
Leona ult doesn't really hit anything, although the Nautilus ult's onto Jinx.
Ah, it's good.
And another teleport into a Scion combo. This is looking really good for blue team.
Yeah. Jinx is actually going crazy though. She might be able to take down Wordier here.
Did I say really good? I meant really bad.
Yeah.
Scion's passive.
Ooh, that was
Almost.
close.
Almost killing the Anivia passive.
Yeah. That's actually really. I think the big difference is there that Jinx stayed alive for most of the time, and obviously as an AD carry, she deals more consistent damage than Ahri.
And Nautilus landed the ult on Jinx, but there's no follow up.
I mean, unfortunately, and also Heimerdinger TPing in the middle of everybody. It was good for him to put his turret down, but whether or not he should have stayed in the middle of everybody, especially since they were all focusing in the middle.
Jinx's KDA is crazy at this point.
Pretty monstrous. 19 KDA. Not even a death. So even if she dies though, she still keeps that same KDA.
Yeah, she maxed out the shutdown value like 8 kills ago. And Ari ulting pretty much for nothing there. That's.
Oh no, she
Oh yeah, I mean I know she was gonna die, but she ulting defensively, I guess.
Yeah,
I
she
should
went
say.
in for a little bit of poke, I guess. Wasn't too much. And but she needs that ultimate up for the team fight, or else it's gonna be really difficult for her to do anything. If she gets zoned and is not able to move around the team fight as well as she has been doing.
The CS difference out of the ADCs, by the way. I don't think we said anything about it, but 124 CS at 31 minutes difference.
That's pretty rough.
That is disgusting.
That's pretty brutal. At least things goes down to the bottom lane, and we'll be pressuring that turret. So the blue team is gonna need to react to that.
I would love in the future for a tournament. Nautilus adventurously poking into the enemy team there. Leona solo initiating on Jinx, also not. Yeah, that's gonna be really bad for.
A little bit anxious there.
Very strange. But yeah, I would love in the future if in tournaments of this format where you have such a large difference in individual skill level to if people would pick their lane matchups better. Yeah. It just seems like everybody's doing conventional meta, just regardless of circumstances, and I mean, blue team just gushing away like an unbelievable amount of gold because of it.
I mean, I don't know how meta Heimerdinger is, but he's definitely.
I mean meta in like lane assignments, not champion picks.
Definitely something that I need to reevaluate. But it is something very hard to execute as well.
It seems like nobody wants to take risks.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to do unconventional lane matchups. Nobody. And I think it's the biggest risk of all is playing like this, because not only are your lanes being predictably dominated, but if your strategy is just completely predictable, as most of these teams are, all it takes is like one good shot caller to just completely exploit whatever weakness your team has, because it's like playing poker with your hand showing.
Holy moly. That wasn't a good hook, and Nautilus, you might actually go down. Oh, he survived, but Draven did not. Well, fourth dragon for the red team. They still are kind of scared of team fighting. The blue team for some reason there. Nautilus. Run for your life. That was a good wall.
That was a good wall. Olaf doesn't have the mana to follow up on it though, so that's unfortunate. But red team getting an uncontested fourth dragon.
Maybe that Draven ultimate will get it.
Oh, sorry about the directed.
He did get it. What?
Okay, so I missed the dragon seal because directed camera decided that this exchange in top lane was more interesting. Sorry. Draven with the ultimate steal. Let's see if I can find that.
Holy moly, that's crazy.
Oh wow. Now that is what they need.
Yeah, they need plays like that.
They could not give up the 4th dragon and expect to win this game. They had to react at least with the Baron attempt. But I mean, getting the dragon steal, that buys them time. You know, maybe that's all they need. The longer the game goes on, the more time the red team has to potentially throw. So you know, delaying that 5th dragon. It doesn't matter that they got the 2nd dragon buff. It doesn't matter they deal 10% more damage to turrets or whatever it is. That doesn't matter. It's the fact that they've bought themselves time. And the longer the game goes, you know, the more tired people get. You never know. Like, you know, red team can find a way to throw.
Yeah, also they get more time for the red team to make mistakes. Which can be pretty crucial. So, in the mid lane, they're pushing. Red team's pushing it down. They seem to be hovering towards Dragon. I mean Baron. And let's see what they can do. Are they gonna do a death rush, or is it gonna be really risky? They should not be checking that. Ah, it's gonna be risky. Holy
yeah,
moly.
with the amount of pick potential. And with the amount of pick potential and the propensity of the blue team to base check, setting up in Baron Pit with pink boards would just be absolutely great. And again, especially with that Heimerdinger, to think not necessarily tank, but deal damage to the Baron.
It's a Draven.
Red team getting the Baron, getting the cleanup.
That is super rough.
Just a total wipeout for blue team there.
Oh, actually, oh wow. Already landing a E. Red. Gonna be able to pop the egg. And so they take one inhibitor.
Jinx is just totally out of control here. Jinx about to be double legendary.
Is legendary 15?
No, legendary is 8.
Oh, 8.
So if he gets one more kill, then he would be double legendary.
That's crazy. They should have more.
More adjectives.
More, yeah, more adjectives, man. Heroic.
I think the announcer lady just gets tired of. She just sits there with her thesaurus and just like thumbs through it.
I know. Yeah.
The Jinx is magnificent. I mean, they have to pay her, right? Like, eventually they're just gonna say, "All right, we get it."
I don't know, man. Oh, who says? By the way, who says legendaries? It's better than godlike. By the way.
Atheist.
No, but seriously, do you even know like the
Yeah, this is.
How do you even know?
This is getting pretty grotesque.
Oh wow, that's a really good Anivia. Like this Anivia pick has been really good for Alex.
I mean, blue team is not even putting out damage here at this point. They had a power spike in the early game, and it looked like they were going to be able to win some team fights off of their solo laners, but now they're not even putting out damage.
Unfortunately, the consistent pressure on the bottom lane. And I think this might be the consistent, like I was saying, the consistent pressure on bottom lane from the jungler on the blue team remained inefficient and unfortunately did not pay off. And so they go down, unfortunately.
So we're up for winners finals now, right?
I think so. I think we're finals now. So let's see.
Let's edit the scene.
Hey, we have 23 viewers or something. That's cool.
Hello, friends. Oh man.
Hello, everybody that's watching. I hope you're enjoying the stream. If you're not, we're sad. What can we do to help you enjoy the stream? So, momentarily we will be, going towards the finals, and once that happens, we will see who will take it all. Take all that sweet RP, man. All that retail money.
Yeah, so what are the prizes for first and second?
Um, Let me check. I don't quite recall. I believe it's 3,200. I mean, what is it? 1,800 for first for each player, I believe, or is it 3,200? Let me ask.
And who's the other team that's in finals?
You can look at the brackets on the NerdBird site, nerdbird.net. Nerd-bird.net.
Alright.
As soon as we update it.
Oh wow, they scaled back their price support a little bit. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, they did. Um, they were losing a lot of people, I believe, on that.
Yeah. Some of those tournaments that they're giving away RP in are
But
pretty.
they're giving away Triumphant Rise though, so that's good.
Oh yeah, I guess I shouldn't.
But this is a best of 3, remember, so it's gonna be interesting. Me and you,
Oh,
Levi,
wow,
I'm
okay.
subbing for the team. 7
Oh
versus
yeah, I
5,
guess
man.
there you go. Sorry. I was getting
Alright, so 1,650.
Yeah, are we playing this game, John?
What's up? Are we playing?
Are we playing this game?
Dude, we're all playing this game.
All right. Get in here, Doug. This isn't fair, though.
Is it?
No, they're not ready for this.
They're not. There's the Geno blade, man. Winners versus the casters, boys. All right.
No, it is cool that Riot does price support though. Even if
Yeah,
even if they dial it back. Honestly, the price support before was a little high. So
well, a little high.
yeah,
How
kind
much
of.
was it? Like $20 per person.
Yeah.
That's
I mean, it was quite. I mean, because they want to support a lot of a lot of like kind of up and coming like tournaments, and so a lot of them had difficulty even fielding enough people to play, so they can't. They had to clamp down on prize support.
yeah.
Yeah, and lands too. Like the land
For
that
lands,
happens in Austin.
it's a lot bigger, but for online ones, it's a little bit different. And so, as we go into the finals. Oh, everybody left.
All right.
What's going on?
Well, I guess I'm playing Doug. Jonah and I versus Doug.
And Abel. It's a little bit one-sided. Alright, so they actually made a no. Here we go. So, there we go. Did they invite you to the new one?
Yes.
Alright, there we go. Cool, cool. Alright, so it's gonna be good. We're going to see you. Oh, I guess they're reorganizing themselves to see who's gonna be first pick and so on. We're always ready to go, man. Always ready.
So this game, I'm actually really interested in seeing this bot lane because I think these are two bot lanes that have overperformed. Um, and I think a lot of the bot lane matchups we've seen today have been severely lopsided. So I think this one should be a lot more controlled.
Yeah. It should be a lot more balanced, but whether or not they can pull it off is the question. Can they do it? Or will it be for naught?
We've seen both of them do really well.
Yes, we're definitely. But I feel like once they paired up with against each other, we might see some glaring weaknesses which we might have missed when they were playing against other kinds of bot lanes. But we don't know that yet. They might play super spectacular. And we might finally see some solo lane action or hyper aggression maybe. Depends on how they play. Seems like we're having a little bit of an issue getting people into the chat lobby, so
As great as Nunu is, I'm gonna give the edge to Dumby's team here because he is part of Vola Bear's Wizards, and if ever there was a league that I was jealous of, it's Vola Bear's Wizards.
oh, man. I don't know, man. Poppy's swashbucklers sounds pretty sounds pretty interesting as well.
I just picture a bunch of anthropomorphized bears with wizard caps.
Oh, that was good. Oh, well, seems like Rip Combat Kids will not be able to join the room. We might get into the game soon. Hopefully. So, are we gonna see some new picks here? Or are we gonna see the good old Classico picks that they've been picking so far?
I have no idea. I am very unfamiliar with most of these players. I know Jonah, but I don't even know how he plays League. So, any champion picks at this point are new champion picks to me. So.
Alright, so we might see some interesting picks here once we get into champions. Like,
And
so here we go.
champion
Just as we get into champions, like I'm going to talk about it. Okay, so Dumby, gonna ban the Morgana from last game from Ubiquitous Tournament. He did relatively well on it.
Oh yeah,
banning the Rek'Sai.
Banning the Morgana, like one of the best bans I think I've seen today.
Rek'Sai, I don't even know if Fib plays Rek'Sai, so I'm not even sure why they would ban it.
Maybe they just don't know the champion pool of the people they're playing against. I mean, which is reasonable. I mean, maybe they just really don't want to play against something specific.
So, they banned the Fizz as well as the Callista from. Have they thought about something else? Because I feel like they haven't thought about Dengi's most strongest champion here.
Are you talking about the Vayne?
The Vayne.
You're hyping this Vayne.
No, dude. He's pretty damn good on it. So we'll see if they let him pick it.
All right.
Because if they do, then I think it would be to their detriment. Anivia though banned from what is it, Alex? He played really well and had some really good Anivia walls overall. So I can see why they would ban it. And then last ban Gragas, I guess. It's a pretty generic ban overall. I'm not sure why they banned that.
Yeah, they probably just didn't really research their team, so they're just banning champions that are.
Yeah, they're just banning solo queue champions, man.
I mean, that's whatever. So they go with Leona. It's interesting because he had the Janna available and just chose not to take it.
Yeah, but the Leona is
Purple
gonna
team, on the other hand,
it's gonna take that Janna and Sivir. Oh,
and the Silver
the
Dream, yeah.
I'm liking the purple team already, if you know what I mean.
Maybe Fib picks Nunu here, and I can see who's champion.
No, dude. If they pick Nunu, it's just over.
We have not seen a Nunu today, which is surprising to me. I feel like Nunu's pretty strong.
I'm more surprised that we haven't seen an Evelyn actually.
Either or, really.
I feel like, yeah.
I've seen a lot of Sejuani. I'm gonna see more of it.
Yeah. I'm not sure. I think that Sejuani is okay, I guess. And a Gnar in top lane, Mr. Idiot playing a really good Gnar, as if you remember, him getting quite a few Gnar ultimates that were really good. Yeah. Seems like IWQ might go for that.
Top lane Heimerdinger again.
Heimerdinger again.
I'm gonna be honest. I was not super impressed with the Heimerdinger last game. I think that given how free his lane was of ganking, I would have expected a lot more lane domination out of that champion. Um,
Yeah.
so, I mean, granted, I mean the top laner from Weirdo's team is actually quite good. So I don't want to take anything away from him. Like
Yeah.
he had a tough opponent, but I mean, I would have expected, like, given the conditions that he was playing in, I would have expected a lot more lane control than what we saw.
All right. So we see an Echo and Zac.
Zach,
Whether that Zac is mid or top, we don't know yet.
I assume,
But
I guess not, yeah. So, top lane Echo.
Echo's
Echo
actually pretty good.
post nerf, though. Um,
Oh, that's
I can't
true.
imagine
He's
that
still
he's
pretty.
had a lot of play since the changes. I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
obviously he can still be a good champion, but the thing about nerfing a champion, even if you nerf them and they're still good, if you're used to having played before the change, then you can misgauge a lot of situations where you expect the person to die and they would have died before the patch, but now they don't, and then your whole trade goes wrong or whatever. And so even just changing the champion, not even nerfing it, just changing it,
Oh
um,
my.
can mess with some people if they're not careful.
This is actually a really, really good comp from Blue Team, I believe. If they picked up Vladimir, it's gonna be pretty dirty.
I'm surprised with the Twitch pick.
Yeah, I don't personally don't like the Twitch too
Twitch
much,
is a
but I guess that
Twitch is a very vulnerable champion, and he knows he's dealing with at least one assassin. He's also potentially have to deal with the Zac ult. Twitch without great disengage. Um, you expect to see Twitch combined with something like um,
oh the mid bars, great.
you expect to
Well,
see Twitch combined with something like Jarvan or a Zillion, where Twitch's lack of mobility and escapes can be shored up.
mhm.
Or a slow wall, something like an Ivia, or I guess a Mundo or something. But yeah, I'm seeing Cleanse Varus in the mid lane.
Right, that's gonna be an interesting lane. Obviously Varus, a very very strong champion in the early game. He just if he maxes, it depends whether he maxes Q or E. Uh, Whenever he maxes E, he just gets a lot of lane dominance and can do a lot. And then whenever he gets more CDR with boots in his Q and more points in his Q, he can just start spamming those from the Fog of War, and they really start stacking and hurting.
I think the big story of this game from Champion Select is how gambly this bot lane is. They pick an 80 carry with the lowest escapes and mobility in the entire game, and then they combine it with an ignite support. Like that that is
Especially a
that is
Leona that can't
ballsy.
protect him.
Yeah, Leona. Well, I mean, Leona is also very all any.
Yeah,
That's not to say that it's bad. It's just to say it's extremely risky and aggressive.
yeah, yeah, it
um,
definitely is, and especially since there's a Janna Sivir that can like the a really really safe combination of champions.
yeah, I mean, they're gonna have to get stuff done.
Yeah.
Fortunately, the purple team doesn't have that many ways of hard engage onto the Twitch. If purple team had like a Jarvan themselves, that would have been really difficult for Twitch to get away from. Champions that could just dive straight on them. Champions like Olaf. Um, they have to be concerned with the Zac ult and Echo.
Hmm.
But
That it's gonna be pretty good with the I know I keep saying this, but with the Sivir Ultimate, it's gonna
Sivir
be really
Ultimate.
really good. Yeah, the Sivir Ultimate, man.
Everything's better with the Sivir Ultimate.
Everything, dude, everything. Even Varus, he's just gonna be able to move faster. He doesn't even need Ghost thanks to the Sivir Ultimate.
Yeah, I'm surprised you went with the
Uh,
cleanse. The cleanse doesn't seem like it hits all that many abilities. It hits the Sejuani ult and the Leona ult, but
yeah. I mean, just really scared of that CC stacking, I guess. And I mean, pretty much every time I really don't think Varus should be in the first place in a team fight to get like CC'd to have cleanse. So
Yeah,
maybe
probably
Ghost
not.
would. Yeah, I think Ghost would have been better. Or
He could have just gone Ignite too.
Ignite. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Varus is kind of a pokey champion, anyways. So I
Yeah,
mean,
Ignite
going like
or
all in one.
yeah, probably Barrier would probably be best.
Yeah, barrier would have been good as well. So as we see this interesting composition and very risky from the blue team. We'll see how it matches up with the purple team's composition. Give me a second. I'm just gonna go do something real quick
All right.
while the game loads.
Unfortunately, I wish we could have an audio filter for Jean's audio feedback. He's casting without a microphone, unfortunately. Holy spoilers. I will say this, that is a fairly excellent Twitch skin. If you're gonna play Twitch, playing the pickpocket Twitch that kind of looks like the little annoying raccoon thing from Guardian of the Galaxy has got to be like the best one of the best skins in the game. And waiting for Riot to teleport in the participants in today's game.
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back, sir.
How is everything? All right, so I'm guessing you're still in. Are you still in like about 20 seconds or something?
Oh yeah, we're 20 seconds in.
Okay, cool.
Red team moving in a group together.
To Summoner's Rift.
So staying very, very close together here.
I guess they're just hoping that they face check. And seeing really safe play from the level ones.
Definitely.
And just overall.
So not getting a Q there and slowing down some.
Red team giving up a lot of territory on the map right now for this. I mean, they're on a ward, so blue team has perfect information about where all 5 of them are.
Yeah.
But now, so there's no reason for Leona and Vladimir to still be here, right? You know where everybody else is, so if they just grouped right here, and then this happened, that could have been a summoner spell that they could have gotten. Instead, they don't really take advantage of the information that was provided to them.
Yeah, definitely. Very interesting play from both teams. It seems like IWQ is gonna just lay down a ward to see where Sejuani is gonna start. Obviously, the Echo taunt. I'm not even sure if that's a taunt, maybe more like a dance. But anyways, in the bottom lane, Zach just taking that wrong.
The poor mother Sejuani.
I believe that Poro has his tongue out. And
I picture that Sejuani like acting like Daenerys from Game of Thrones, with her like 3 poros like around her.